Hi Virgo, welcome to Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I am so happy and honored to be reading your cards for this May tarot reading. This is good for Virgo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I encourage you to watch your other placements for a more complete picture of the unique puzzle that is you. I want to take one moment and call in your guides, call in your ascended masters, your angels and archangels. We are looking for messages for Virgo today that will align them, enlighten them, encourage them, empower them. These two fell out. I'll allow it. Invocation and the Hermit. Still gonna pull 3 cards. What are the messages today for Virgo? What are the messages that will help put them in the right mindset and heart set necessary for manifesting their best possible outcomes, their best possible potentials? You play a role in that, Virgo. Don't forget it. You're very powerful. What are the messages for Virgo? Eight of Wands. 10 of Discs. What the heck are we dealing with here? Ace of Discs. Virgo. Wow, you have an exciting month ahead of you. You have a really exciting month ahead of you. There's something about it that feels, though, all of the good things coming your way, that might feel a bit, I want to say in contrast or opposed. It might feel like it's opposed with your current situation. Oh, I see why. This good news, these opportunities coming your way, this abundance, this new opportunity, this physical opportunity, this is about using a specific resource that you have, a new tool that is coming your way, whether it is money that suddenly comes to you, or a job that suddenly comes to you, or a person who is like a tool to you in some way, like a bridge. They serve as a bridge maybe to you. It's really about using what you have in this new opportunity right in front of you. And if you're able to just say yes to that thing, then the doors open, the floodgates open, really, is how I'm seeing this. This is also completely dependent on whether you are able to clarify your personal intentions alone, not the intentions that take into account other people, people pleasing. That's not to say like being considerate of others. Don't do anything that is actively harming another person. But it's the difference between it's the difference between you setting intentions because you think it's what is expected of you, or you think it's what other people want for you, or you think it's the next intended step, so you should want that, you should be moving in that direction. The difference between that versus what would you choose if you were in a vacuum, if nothing else mattered, and you knew that you could reach that destination, or you knew you could hit that goal. What then would you ask for? What intention would you set? what is the intention you would set that is unconditional? And that may take, Virgo, you getting really quiet with yourself and doing some real self-reflection. It might require you physically separating yourself from others because you can't hear your own inner voice over the voices of others or over the needs of others, over your commitments to others, your responsibilities for others. So this invocation, this moment of clarifying your intentions, goes hand in hand with the Hermit. Otherwise, there may be issues trusting yourself. There may be some self-doubt that is rising. You may feel really disconnected from your intuition. You may feel really disconnected from your internal validation because you are too dependent on external validation. That external validation, it's like a push-pull type of thing. Like the external validation is pulling you towards one path and the internal validation pulls you to another. But when you're in the middle, when you're not quiet, when you don't have this kind of space and time to really pause and be still, it's really impossible to even sense where the internal validation is pulling you, where your true self is pulling you. It's just like, you know that you're in the middle, and that's all that you really can see because you're in you're in the center of the action of that push pull. So if you are able to do this, if you are able to really show up for yourself in this way, Virgo, and battle what needs to be battled this month, and set, clarify and set your true intentions, then I see those floodgates opening. I see no obstacles in your way. That's the crazy thing about this. 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, advice, Ace of Discs. This is good things just picking up for you suddenly. Action just suddenly picking up, the spark suddenly catching and becoming a fire. It's this fire of opportunities that open up for you. Swift action that suddenly starts moving, has a momentum of its own, and is taking you with it. For some of you, there is no obstacle. It's like, for some of you, the only obstacle is the fear of success. It's the fear of having abundance. It's the fear of being in such a different position that it's like, I don't know how to be abundant because I never have been abundant, or I haven't been abundant in a very long time, and I don't know who I am in that setting. There's a part of me that resists change, even the change that is good for me, even the change that really helps me, the change that I've said I've wanted for so long. And now when you're on the precipice of that change, there's fear. For others of you, I will say, if you do find yourself coming up against obstacles this month, then what that obstacle is a kind of reversed energy of this 10 of discs, meaning that you may be having opportunities just flooding to you. You may be in the crossfire of so much action and motion, fire energy. But it might not be sticking, if that makes sense. The blessings that you get from the wins that you get may leave as quickly as they come. It might feel like even though the good things are happening for you, you don't have anything that you can actually grab onto. Nothing tangible, no tangible abundance. Stuff is happening on the outside, but I'm not actually getting anywhere. It doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere. And the obstacle really will be not so much that, as much as the stories you tell yourself around that. Stuff's happening for me and I still can't make any of this stick. It feels like nothing is lasting. It feels like nothing is staying. It feels like I'm not amassing that abundance that keeps coming to me. It feels like it's just slipping through my fingers like sand. even if that is happening this month to you, it is only happening this month to you. This is not indicative of your state of being. This isn't indicative of your personal failures or something that always happens to you, or you never, even when times are good, even when opportunities flow, you never seem to hold on to it. That those are negative stories that you may be battling this month, Virgo. And whether you feel you have an obstacle that you come up against or not, the advice is this Ace of Discs, which, as I mentioned at the beginning, this is about going back to basics here, considering the resources or wealth that is available to you right now. It may be the most simple thing. It may be the most simple resource that is right in front of your eyes that you aren't using. This is a reminder that you are of the earth, and so is all of the abundance that comes in this earth. You and that abundance is of the same stuff. You are made of that same stuff. So it's thinking of yourself as being the same in that way may mentally make you feel less separate from it. Less like you're always holding off that wealth at an arm's length. You're always holding off that abundance at an arm's length because that's so different from you. It's not. It's you are part of this physical world, and money is part of this physical world too. When you're able to acknowledge that you're not so different, you and I, you and money, you and abundance, you and wealth, then like attracts like. It's like the natural earthly laws just you let those flow as opposed to resisting them. So yeah, this is really about going back to basics, the advice, and just recognizing what you have and using it. It also could be that there is a new resource or tool that does come to you this month, and it's your job to make sure it doesn't slip under your radar, that you really clock it, you really acknowledge it, and you use it to the best of your ability. Milk it for all it's worth. Virgo, I would love to hear how this looks specifically for you, so feel free to open up your heart and mind to me and share below. Please consider giving this video a thumbs up. Check out your other placements. Give those vids likes too if you indeed like them. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I would be so grateful if you would. Your support means everything. It really does. And everyone who has subscribed, this community is growing slowly but surely, and I'm so grateful just for that constant steady growth of subscribers and engagement and folks reaching out from all over and connecting in this space. I really feel so grateful to you. If you'd like to support in a more direct way, please check out my Patreon in the link below. You can become a patron for just a few dollars a month and help me help you better. Help me do more tarot readings for you, a wider range, a more diverse spread of tarot readings, daily card pulls, moon transit readings, more astrological readings, but about specifics, love, career, money, family, etc. Pick a pile readings. I'd really love to be doing some really in-depth, complex pick a pile readings. And I simply cannot, I don't have the bandwidth to do that without your support. So please consider donating and being part of that special Patreon community. I love you so much, Virgo. I am rooting for you as always, and I'll see you next time.